Good morning or good afternoon. I guess it all depends on the times that you're watching this. Um, many thanks. First of all, many thanks to the people organizing this international congress, and many thanks for allowing me to participate in it with a couple of presentations. Um, I would like to begin by exploring the topic that gather us together around this presentation, which is pragmatic competence in English as a foreign language to students, in which we carry on a comparative study between artificial intelligence-based corrections and traditional teacher feedback. Pragmatic competence, which is usually understood as the ability to use language appropriately in social and cultural context, seems to be essential for effective bilingual communication. Um, we sometimes face many challenges when developing these competencies in our English as a foreign language or English as a second language classes. So, to address the challenges that we sometimes face, bilingual education must go beyond grammar and focus on social and cultural use of language. There are many promising approaches regarding pragmatic competence enhancement, development, and teaching. But one promising approach is the integration of artificial intelligence in language education. As it has been established in recent research along the years, artificial intelligence can offer personalized real-time feedback to help learners improve both grammar and pragmatic skills, including politeness and strategies. Hence, we could actually argue that this study aims to explore how artificial intelligence can be integrated with pragmatic error analysis to address challenges in bilingual learners' pragmatic competence. Um, this study that we present here today compares artificial intelligence-based tools with traditional teaching methods to evaluate the effectiveness in developing culturally sensitive communication skills. The research focuses on bilingual students, or so to say, students in the road and in the path to be bilingual speakers in a university translation and interpretation program, examining how artificial intelligence can enhance the ability to navigate both linguistic and cultural nuances in communication. Then we could actually talk about a little bit of some of the preliminary results that we are later going to present in detail. We used a mixed methods approach to analyze 70 essays produced by 35 students, showing that artificial intelligence reduces writing errors more effectively with a quota of 25% repeating errors, compared to 40% of the errors being repeated after an evaluation or an assessment feedback produced by the teacher. These studies suggest our future research should focus on improving artificial intelligence adaptability through interdisciplinary collaboration. So to say, to wrap up, to conclude this introductory part of the presentation, integrating artificial intelligence into pragmatic error analysis enhances bilingual education by offering culturally sensitive feedback and boosting learning confidence. Thinking about some of the theoretical milestones that we need to cement our study on, pragmatic competence is crucial for effective communication as it enables individuals to adjust the language based on social context, maintaining politeness and conveying meanings according to social expectations. Along the many years of teaching English as a foreign language, we usually encounter um, different methods and different limitations. Traditional methods of teaching pragmatic competence often involved explicit instruction, corrective feedback, and exposure to authentic language use. While these approaches raise awareness of pragmatics, they lack immediacy and personalization, which is one of the characteristics that artificial intelligence can bring into the English as a foreign language class. Artificially intelligence-driven tools such as chatbots and immersive platforms have emerged as promising solutions to the challenges of pragmatic competence development. These different tools provide content-specific feedback on speech or writing, helping learners adjust the tone, formality, and cultural appropriateness of the language use. However, there are some limitations in the use of artificially intelligence tool to raise and enhance pragmatic competence. Despite the many promises, artificial intelligence continues to face challenges in handling nuanced aspects of pragmatic, such as humor, metaphor, and indirect language. These elements are culturally and contextually dependent, are interpretable, making them difficult for artificial intelligence systems to understand and interpret them accurately. Humor, irony, and culturally specific references may sometimes be misunderstood by artificial intelligence, leading to inaccurate feedback. Similarly, metaphors and figurative language pose significant challenges. However, it is true that the more we train the chatbots, the more real language we introduce in the chatbots that we can train for artificial intelligence, pragmatic error analysis, the better they do understand locally and culturally systematic uses of language. Let's talk about now the methodology of the study that we present. When we talk about this methodology, we need to say that the study focused on bilingual students enrolled in a public university in a translation and interpretation program. These students face unique challenges in developing pragmatic competence due to the navigation of two linguistic systems along the whole formation period. Participants submitted 250 word opinion essays on different topics, forming a data set for the analysis. We then created two corpora. Corpus 1 consisted of 70 writing samples divided in two groups. One received artificially intelligence-based feedback, and the other received traditional teacher corrections. And then we created a second corpus to create simply proofreading traditional feedback analysis features. We used and employed a mixed method approach based on corpus linguistics methodology. We used a quantitative analysis focused on error frequency, and we also used a qualitative approach to examine the types of errors corrected by artificial intelligence and teacher-based methodologies. In this study, we used a generative pre-trained transformer chatbot specifically trained to check texts for errors and classify them according to pragmatic pre-established parameters. We also used LinkPipe, AtlasT, and SPSS as programs to create, analyze, and label the corpus. We can now go on to talk about the results. This study compares the effectiveness of artificial intelligence-based feedback and traditional teacher feedback, improving bilingual learners' pragmatic competence while focusing on error reduction. Result number one focuses on error reduction. Artificially intelligence-based feedback was often more effective in reducing repeated errors. Only 25% of students who receive artificially intelligence feedback repeated mistakes, errors, compared to 40% of those who receive traditional feedback. Second result is based on the idea of pragmatic refinement. 85 out of 100 requests were adjusted to culturally appropriate forms by the artificial intelligence feedback, compared to 65% with teacher feedback. Artificial intelligence rephrase direct requests like "I need a document by tomorrow" to more polite versions such as "Could you provide a document by tomorrow?" thus enhancing cultural sensitivity and professionalism needed in the world of translation and interpretation studies. Result number three is grounded on error categorization and error labeling. Artificial intelligence was particularly effective in correcting errors related to politeness and strategies, lexical appropriateness, and broader pragmatic competences, such as the columns you've got in the chart on your screens. However, teachers were more effective in addressing grammatical errors, which require deeper judgment and nuanced understanding. Artificial intelligence excelled in context-sensitive refinements in this study, but teacher feedback was better for complex syntactic issues. The fourth result is grounded and goes around the idea of the perceptions of the students. A survey to understand the perceptions of the students among these participation on this study revealed overwhelmingly positive responses about artificial intelligence feedback. Most found it clear, useful, and easy to use, suggesting that artificial intelligence-based tools are practical and user-friendly for language learning. To wrap up this presentation, I would like to offer a couple of conclusive ideas. The integration of artificial intelligence into pragmatic error analysis in bilingual education offers significant benefits, as we have seen along the result presentation, particularly by providing real-time, more personalized feedback to help learners improve their pragmatic skills. Artificial intelligence tools enable independent learning by offering immediate corrections. However, artificial intelligence continues to face challenges in understanding nuanced aspects of pragmatics, such as humor, sarcasm, metaphors, and very culturally and locally specific politeness strategies. These complexities require deep contextual understanding, which artificial intelligence currently lacks. Addressing these challenges require interdisciplinary collaboration across linguistics, cognitive sciences, computer sciences, and educational studies. A key issue for artificial intelligence is managing cultural and linguistic diversity of learners. Pragmatic competence depends on understanding varying cultural norms, and artificial intelligence systems must consider these differences to avoid offering culturally inappropriate or unclear feedback. In this sense, human structures are still essential for handling complex pragmatic issues such as metaphor and humor. The combination of both artificial intelligence and human expertise is crucial, with artificial intelligence implementing, not replacing, traditional teaching methods. In conclusion, while artificial intelligence offers promising benefits for improving bilingual learners' pragmatic competence, it still continues having some limitations. Thus, the collaboration between human and artificial intelligence continues to be the best of the complements. Many, many thanks for listening to me. Thank you again to the organizers of this international congress, and I look forward to your questions if you have any questions. Thank you.